Okay, so people have been asking me questions about my 350Z and I'm still working on it or what I'm doing in general. And I'm letting y'all know I ain't stopping working on this car being made. It's 2020 and we got 2020 goals. Same year, same me type of thing. New year, same me. New year, okay. Anyways, cool. So right now, great things are happening. First, I am in Mexico City. So let me take a stop. Okay, so I bought my Warp 9 motors from this guy, these two guys actually online. One was from eBay, the other one was from a different guy on like an EV classified site. The one from the EV classified site, when I bought the motor from him, he told me to talk to this guy named Greg. Went out to Greg's shop, checked out what they were doing. They were doing some pretty cool things. And basically over like the past, like I guess 2 or 3 months, basically helping them edit some of their videos for their cars that they are converting electric. He's actually doing a cool build right now, which is basically driven by Tesla motors, and it's a 4x4. Like, it's dope. So definitely check it out. Put a link to his channel in the description. And basically, everything else in the car, basically going through doing it myself, but then I ran into one problem. I don't have the knowledge or the skill set for at least welding and things to actually mount the motors to the car and in a safe way. I mean, I probably could get it done, but I just don't trust myself doing it, especially since, you know, electric motors put out crazy torque. So the last thing I want to do is like have these motors rip out through the car and leave like high voltage wires everywhere, or just even worse, like have an accident because of it. So basically, Greg came by, picked up the car. They redid the motor mounts or the motor cradle that I designed to make it fit more flush in the car, and then we actually so basically, after I get back, I'm actually flying back like on Monday. So I'll land back on Monday, go to work, get off work. I'm going to go check out the Z. I'm going to drop off some things so we can make sure everything fits right with the battery box. Anyone who knows me knows I've been talking about a digital dash for the 350Z. So I'm doing one that should work with electric and gas cars versus the 350Z. So we'll see how that's going to go. So yeah, but the goal is, if everything goes right, I said, I think in the last video, like, oh, I can have it this month. That actually looks more reasonable now, just because of how everything is going. So motors are mounted, connected to the drive shaft, and you know, that was the hardest part for what I would have had to do. And yeah, so big shout out to Greg and Bill for doing that. So right now I am unwiring the battery pack because we need to take the battery to put them in the back of the car.
Two strings already wired up. Now we gotta, after labeling all of them, I am unwiring all of them again up to probably like around this point right here, and then we're gonna put them in the car, and then later on I'm gonna rewire all of these back up again, and we should be good. So working on that now. And also took off this wire because it breaks the pack down to a smaller voltage. So yeah. All right, so basically I made a lot of progress yesterday. I worked on actually doing the cutoff switch, which is this one. I actually have a photo of an example of what I was doing before. You can kind of see how like those little, like this little thing over here broke off. The one on the other side snapped off completely right here. So, I mean, it's the way I was gonna do it again was gonna make it work. It wasn't gonna be, but I'm actually going to recess the cutoff switch down. And then this is something I designed yesterday. next would be actually working on the RPM speed sensor. So we're only doing this so we can prevent overspeed of the motor. So around apparently 5,000 or 5,500. I think it's 5,500. They said don't go over 6,000. But anyways, anywhere from 5,500 to about 6,000. Apparently the I think they say armatures, armature, I'm saying it right, splits off. So like someone had a Miata, he oversped his motor and the inside of the motor just basically ripped apart. So that was like at the time these motors. All right, so back in the garage, moving the car, turning the camera around. Inside the car, I'm going to turn it on now. So I already have the switch on for the power. We're gonna add another one to the battery box in the back. Just waiting for that to come in. So let's turn key on. This is like a kill switch for the controller. That clicking sound heard earlier, I don't know if you could hear it, other than like the car beeping, was the contactor clicking. These 3 wires right here is actually from the pedal from the 350Z. Couldn't get these to work. It kept saying the throttle was being pressed even though it wasn't, but yeah. And then this up here, I just taped like a washer to this to test out this for the overspeed. So if it tries overspeed, the controller will shut it off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to set my phone. I'm gonna try one-hand this. So here we go. I'm gonna turn the this like photometer and let's see what we get. Oh, wrong way. Here we go. So I'm gonna set that right there. Go to the back. And the wheels are turning. We good. Wheels are good. So yep, that's working. And to test the kill switch. Kill switch works. Perfect. If I was to turn this back on, it shouldn't run. That's the click of the contactor, and it didn't run because it's not back in the 0 position. So because it's not back in the 0 position, it's back up here. And if I turn it back to 0, I'm trying to one-hand this. Okay, and to turn it back, so the red light went out, so we're good. Turn it back on. All right, we're good. That's it. That's all I needed for the test.